So many games, so little time. Alright, so welcome back to another episode. So this time we've got yet another Game Jam game. This is for the Break Keys Game Jam. Now, we got a pretty interesting looking game today. It is called The Cure. It's a game created by several people, as you can see. I believe they're also Russian. And is created by, Vishnya, Dylan, and Boobjack. And from over here, you can see, it's got like sort of like a sketchy art style, which is pretty cool. I always like, these sort of pretty unique art style games. So yeah, let's check it out. Okay, so we're in. Pretty interesting. I do like the menu. It's even got sound for the different buttons and such. We got two options, Russian and English. So yeah, let's just try new game. WASD space to jump, E to interact, escape to pause. Okay. Alright. Alright, so we're this little girl. Can we interact with this cave? I guess not. Okay, we'll just go right then. Oh, well, I guess there's a star over there. A bit crusty looking, I guess you could say. But, take note. Water. Alright, sure. There seems to be like a little bit of parallaxing as well. Would you look at that? Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, let's go over to the other side. I guess we need to get water. That's what we need to do. Right. Look at the background over there. Jesus. Some like pretty abstract stuff going on. Alright, get water. What now? Flower? Okay, so I guess this is like a fetching game, right? We need to find different stuff. Alright, now we're here now. The animation for the girl seems pretty basic, but it's serviceable. I wouldn't say it's like comparatively to maybe. Well, actually, I don't know. I've never like particularly take note of like how of the like frame rate of the animations from other games we played, but it does. This game feels a bit more like on the 12 frame per second rather than the 24 frames per second rule. I'll put it this way. Although it seems that the stones here is a little bit has a bit of a little bit janky hitboxes. Like look right here. I can't really like climb up upon it. I have to jump. But that's just like small things, it doesn't make it so that the game is unplayable. Before when I was like still making games, I also encountered similar problems as well, where like the hitboxes they're also like very jank if you're trying to do like basically like non this perpendicular platforms, any kind of slopes. Something. Okay, well, can I just like grab the trees, like the branches or like some grass? I don't know what's going on in this like game, by the way. Like I don't know what the fuck I'm like having to find all these random objects just because there's like a star that's telling me to do so. But for what it's worth, I think it sort of reminds me of the works of David Firth, actually. We got 3 doors. Which one should we go for? Let's go in the middle. Alright, and then we got 2 doors. Alright, left or right? We'll go on the right. Why not? Now we're back here. How about let's go to the middle again, but we go to the door on the... are we supposed to not go through that? Okay, sure. Alright, let's try to do right this time. Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm guessing what's happening is that if you go into the wrong door, then it just like bounces you out. So it's like a memory game. Okay, I see. Alright, let's try left. Okay, so middle, right, left. I guess middle, because the middle is like sort of lit up. Alright, there we go. We found, I don't know, the top cube. Sure. Sort of looks like the book cover for that like what? Thanks. Okay, sure. And then here we have I guess that's the sun, and I guess on the right that's me, and then on the left there's some like, I don't know, wolf guy, and then that's it, I guess. Alright, so let's do a little feedback. By the way, before we do the feedback, I want to show you all something. So right here in the comments, right, this game got quite a few comments. Now, one of them is from this person called Ozymantius. Now, where have we seen this person before? We've actually seen them before because we played one of their games. Well, not really a game, it's more like a program. Piano Note Editor. So, you know, that's pretty interesting. It's all coming back, guys. It's all coming back. But anyways, let's do the actual feedback now. It's a pretty cute game, I'd say. I mean, truth be told, there's not a lot in this game, but it's also like a game jam game. You know, it's probably made in like 2 days or something, so we can't really have like that high of an expectation. So I'll review this game less as like a full game for me to play, more of just like an impression of like what a game could be, I guess. So I do like games with like very interesting, very unique art styles. I think you all have seen that before already, and I would say this game does have a pretty unique art style. I wouldn't say it like a sketchy art type of deal, like a sketchy aesthetic. It's like something that is completely unheard of or like never been done in games, but I'd say it's definitely on the more rare side. Even in like the indie game circle, I think I've only seen like maybe 1 or 2 other games that does this sort of art style. So, you know, that's nice seeing another game that has this sort of like art. However, in terms of gameplay, I'd say the gameplay is a bit I don't know, not too much to it, I guess. Like, it's basically the first 2 level at least. It was sort of just a fetch quest, right? It was basically just a walking simulator. We walk from one side of the map to the other. We do a little like sightseeing, seeing the art, seeing the, you know, the scenery, and then we get an object. It's the 3rd stage when we had to get something that, you know, there was a bit more interesting stuff that was going on. We had to do a bit of like puzzle. I guess you can expand upon that idea where basically, I guess each stage being that you need to find an object and then you need to like maybe complete some sort of puzzle. It would become sort of like a, I guess point and click adventure game, but not really, more just like a general adventure game, I guess. I don't know what you call those, but yeah, from that perspective, I think, you know, there could be more to this game. But for now, you know, as I've said, it's just sort of like, you know, not too much to it. I guess maybe I can also talk a little bit about like the story. Now, typically I don't really review stories because frankly, I don't know jack shit about stories. And most games that I do play, I don't play them for the story. So, you know, I feel sort of unqualified. But I would say even as like, you know, a barely literate idiot that I am, I do feel a little bit intrigued by, you know, what's going on in the story. I made the comparison that it sort of looks like, you know, one of the works of David Firth. Now, David Firth is someone whom, you know, I really liked his like animation, and I feel like most of if not all of his animation has really interesting world building, where it makes me wonder like what the fuck is happening in the world of those like cartoons that makes it so that the character that he has made is in whatever the fuck kind of situation that they're in. This game sort of gives off that same vibe. Like, I don't know what's going on with this little girl, or really like what has happened in this entire world that like for whatever reason she's like finding these random objects like water and flower and like a fucking cube. So, you know, I guess like at least it's intriguing, right? It's interesting. But yeah, overall, so that's my review, right? Currently speaking, not a lot there is for me to play. There isn't like too much. But I think it has potential. If you keep developing the idea, if you keep adding more to it, I think it could be an interesting game.